Hey everyone, welcome to your February 2022 astrological forecast and a very happy Valentine's Day to everyone this month. Special thank you to my loyal subscribers who continue to support me and like and share and comment on my videos. Thank you so very much. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. And also check out the links below in the description box. There's one there to my website where you can learn more about the chart services that I offer. There's also a link to something called Ask Me a Question, and it's for those of you who only want to know just a few things about your chart. Okay? And also check out my weekly forecast, which I will be starting again. Okay, so now for your forecast. Hi Gemini, welcome to your February 2023 astrological forecast. Happy Valentine's Day to you. And remember, you still have Mars in your sign for a little while, just yet, right? So use this month, this is like the last full month that Mars is in your sign, to, to use that energy for, I don't know, getting stuff done. Whatever you've been working on possibly since Mars entered your sign, I believe it was in August of last year. And its extended stay, gave you like the stamina to stick with something. So that's, it's not that it's ending, it's the transit that's ending. So if you need to put some finishing touches on something that requires boldness or even energy or really decisive kind of actions, now would be the, this month would be the time to finish that up. And it's good for you though too, because the sun is in a fellow air sign of Aquarius, okay? Where you have Aquarius in your chart is your 9th house, okay? Mercury will move here like on the 11th, but for the time being it is, up until that point, it's still in Capricorn in direct motion, in your 8th house where you have the sign of Capricorn. 8th house is passive money. It's shared debt and shared wealth even with another person. This could be with a partner. This could be with a spouse or a business partner or even a friend or family member, whatever. Okay, so planets were just here. This is also the house of new beginnings. Okay, and endings. This is the house of rebirth. Okay, ending something and beginning new. This is a time where you may get rid of like a bad habit or change something in your life. Even it's a way of life that just like wasn't. It's gone its course, it's time to move on or something or other. So this could be a time where you're doing something like that. And with Mercury here, you're just, I don't know, finishing up the paperwork or more inquiries or something or other. Mercury is like a newsy kind of planet, and it's also a timer in astrology. So you may have been waiting to hear from or actually receiving money that's due you in some way or other. This could come from an insurance payout, a legal settlement, a refund, a tax credit, increase in money from a bank loan, or increase in credit from credit card companies, something or other, okay? And it could actually be, like this is the big house of legacies and inheritances. So you may actually inherit something also at this time, okay? Now, when Mercury moves into your 9th house, where you have Aquarius and the sun already being there, and in fact Saturn is still in Aquarius, but will be moving shortly into Pisces, into your 10th house. But anyways, 9th house is a communication and travel house, usually long distance. Sometimes when Saturn is here, sometimes this is like the trip of a lifetime. People have that place they've always wanted to visit, and you could have actually done something like that, travel to, let's say, like a foreign country, because the 9th house is foreign anything, foreign people, countries, languages, ways of life, philosophy, religious and spiritual beliefs even. And so having Saturn here means that you may have, over the past 2.5 years, you may have taken a trip that just, you were either depressed once you got there because it was nothing like you expected, okay, or you had like not a horrible time, but just like a very boring time. It wasn't very exciting. All you did was spend money or something, or it rained the whole time you were there, something like that. Or, you could have, this is the house of higher education, you could have learned even another language because you thought it would help your career in some way. But you could have actually learned something at this time, even if it's just something on the internet from watching videos. You're self-taught in some way or other. But it seems like it's you learned it not just because you wanted to know it, but because it's something that would enhance your career, okay, or better chances at a better job, something like that, okay. So you may have to travel now. There's a full moon in Leo on the 5th, okay? Where you have Leo in your chart is your 3rd house. It's directly across from this 9th house of Aquarius. So something may happen. 3rd house is like your everyday life and your area, your neighborhood, your neighbors, siblings, cousins. But it's the people you would encounter throughout the normal course of your day. And it's also another big communication and travel house, but usually like local travel. But this is regular postal mail, okay. So you could hear or receive something even in the mail, or get some kind of communication. This is text message, email, voicemail, something like that, that it could be pretty alarming, might be a little bit upsetting. It might cause you to have to travel, could be long distance. You may have to take care of something that is occurring, at home. If you're out of town, this could be something that's going on in your neighborhood. Sometimes, a lot of times when you're traveling or you're away from home, with the way the weather is and all this weird crap that's going on all over the world, you may be away and you come back home and try to go home, but your road's blocked off because, I don't know, there was a gas leak or something. It never a dull moment, something like that. Okay, so also though at this time, now that's just the full moon, but just having these planets in your 9th house in Aquarius does bring a lot of communication, usually long distance. Again, you could be traveling. It doesn't always have to be long distance. But this is also the house of publishing and media. So you could even be like very busy online, on social media possibly, but you could actually just be, find yourself just on a computer for one reason or another. Okay, to me it looks like you're researching something. Okay, so the sun moves into Pisces on the 18th into your 10th house where you have the sign of Pisces. Okay, Neptune is already there. Venus is there up until the 20th. Okay, and there's a new moon in Pisces also on the 20th. So your 10th house is your most public house in your chart. It is your house of your career and actually your personal reputation. This is the house of reputation, both professionally and personally. It's also the house of fame and fortune, any kind of publicity. It's how people view you and speak about you publicly, okay? So obviously having Venus here, I always say having Venus in your 10th house is like having it also like in your 1st house or in your own zodiac sign. Because people are viewing you like at your best, kind of, even if you're at your worst. Even if something happened publicly to you, like, I don't know, you fell in mud and you got your clothes all dirty and whatever, if somebody took a picture of you and posted it, there would still be someone saying, she wears it, or he wears it well, though. Look how nice he looks, all splattered with mud, I could never look that way. But anyway, so stuff like that, but yeah, people usually compliment you on your appearance. Not so much your personality. They're looking at your appearance, your hair, your style, the clothes you wear, something or other. So, you're, you're also having like a good rapport with higher ups. If you do work for someone else, they're kind of inviting you to socialize a little bit. It could be company reasons, you know, networking and stuff like that, but at least you're being invited, okay? So the sun here, though, it doesn't really bring about a promotion, but it does make you look for maybe like a new career even, you know, because Neptune's been here for a while and you've been kind of cloudy or unsure of what your direction is in, as far as your career goes. You may not like the field you're in anymore. It may not pay what it does, or your duties, you know, whatever that never were or not part of your job, you know, like teachers having to carry guns at school. Yeah, that's not one I would have thought of if I were going to school to become a teacher. I would never have thought that I would have someone actually tell me that I had to protect myself. It's okay if I carry a gun. You know, this is wild, very wild stuff going on here. So a lot of fields are changing, right? So you may be in one of those fields where it just doesn't, it's not worth it. Okay, so this could be one of those times where you start to look for another position. Maybe you're going on interviews or just contacting people, inquiring, you know. It's a good idea, actually. Okay, so Venus does move into Aries, okay, on the 20th, and Jupiter is already in Aries, in your 11th house of dreams, hopes, and wishes, your friends and acquaintances, where you would normally go to hang out, any kind of group or organization that you belong to, okay? So having Jupiter here, I would have to say that maybe one new person came into your group of friends, your circle of friends, or a new place for you guys to go and hang out, or something new, some kind of newness to your normal group of friends. Was like a breath of fresh air. Okay, so with Venus here, everybody's experiencing this, the conjunction of these two, the best planets you could ever want in conjunction in the zodiac, right? In your 11th house of like sociability, you know, it's also socializing online. Okay, if you can't get out to socialize, you're online a little bit more at this time, or part of, like, let's say a group that you belong to on social media, something like that. You know, you could meet somebody, you know, it could be just friendship, it could be romance, it could be someone that you're interested in, you know, you have a immediate rapport with this person, you have a lot in common with them, so you keep in touch, you know, after you know, your first meeting. It doesn't really bring about romance, it brings more opportunities is what it is, to meet people for romance or even friendship. So if you can't get out there, if you can't, you know, physically get out there in person, go online. Okay, so here, just one more thing about back to the new moon in your 10th house. If you have been looking for a new job up to this point, that might be the day that you actually hear back from a place where you interviewed for, or you could actually be starting on that very day a new job or something new. There's something new in your career happening around that time, okay? Some kind of new beginning. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Gemini on the 1st, 26th, 27th, and 28th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Sagittarius, and those dates are the 14th and 15th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 9th, 10th, 11th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for money is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 16th, and 17th. The best time for your career is the 20th and 21st. And the best time for communication and travel is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 18th, and 19th. So, I hope you enjoyed your forecast for this month. Be sure to check out my weekly forecast, and happy Valentine's Day to you. See you later. Bye.